Why 2% succeed and 98 don't? If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm all about taking action. But sometimes it's hard to know where to start when it comes to creating a plan for success. So today we're going to talk about why some people succeed and others don't in order to help make your own path towards success clearer. 1. The 2% don't focus on the results. Notice, successful people don't focus on the results. They focus on the process. It's easy to get caught up in the details of a process, but it's important to remember that there are no silver bullets or magic formulas for success. Instead, I focus on the process. What does this mean? It means that I try to do the right things in order to achieve a goal. So instead of focusing on what the end result should be, I focus on making sure that my actions are in line with achieving success. 2. The 2% believe that they need to do it all. When you take on more than you can handle, it's easy to get bogged down by the details of your business. You may feel like no one else is taking care of things and you'll be left alone with the work that needs done. But this isn't true, because if everyone were working at 100%, there would be no time for anything else. The truth is that we have limited bandwidth as human beings. We can only do so much in any given day or week. And when we try to do too much at once, or even over multiple days, our ability to perform decreases significantly due to fatigue or stress from trying too hard without taking breaks along the way, which leads us back into saying, why did I start doing everything? If I'm going out of town tomorrow night but I'm already booked with clients next week and then again after that, how am I going to make enough money on top of my regular business activities? The answer is simple: delegate. Delegation allows me less pressure on myself because there's another person somewhere who knows what they're doing so well that it relieves some pressure off me knowing what needs getting done first before moving on to something else later down line. 3. They don't have a plan. If you're at 2%, it's important to have a plan. It helps you stay focused and on track. For example, imagine that your business is growing at the rate of 20% per year and your goal is $1 million in sales within 5 years. Then your annual growth rate would be 50%. That's pretty impressive. But if your sales were stagnant or even went down during this time period, like they did for many businesses, then maybe it wasn't such an impressive number after all, because what good does having more money do if no one buys anything? In order for any business idea to succeed long-term, or even just maintain its original success, there must be consistency in its execution over time. The best way for this consistency is through having a detailed plan, something like ours. 4. The 2% are afraid to go out of their comfort zone. When you're afraid to take a risk, it's hard to grow and learn. The thing is, taking risks and being uncomfortable is where your true potential lies. If you're always playing it safe, then every time something new comes up or if someone asks for help with something new, they'll know right away that there's no way they can trust you with their project or task, and that could prevent them from working with anyone else in the future. It's also important not only because it helps us learn but also because it keeps us sane. When we stay within our comfort zone all the time, which happens naturally, we don't experience enough highs or lows in life. Instead of learning how far we can push ourselves physically around town each day before feeling burnt out from overexerting ourselves too much at once, which happens when people try harder than usual, thus putting themselves at risk for injury later down the road by doing too much damage now just so they won't feel bad later down the road when things happen unexpectedly, which again leads me back here. 5. They don't take action. The first step to success is taking action. You can't just think about it, you have to get out of your comfort zone and do something about it. If you want 2% success, then you will have to work hard and learn from your mistakes. You will make mistakes, but that's okay because everyone makes mistakes at some point in their lives, unless they're robots. If you're watching this video, then chances are good that there's something wrong with the way things are going for you right now, either financially or professionally or both. The only thing left for us now is hope and faith that there is another way out there than the one we've been following thus far. 6. They let other people decide for them. The other reason why 2% succeed and 98% don't is because they allow other people to make their decisions for them. When you are in the 98%, you will notice that everyone around you is doing something different from what they would normally do. It might be because of a new job, relationship or location with friends or family members. There's nothing wrong with changing things up once in a while. But if everyone around you is changing things up all the time, then it can become difficult to keep up with what's going on. When we change our behaviors every day as part of trying something new, we're called change people. When we want others to change their behavior too often without offering any sort of guidance or help from us first, then we're called treat people. Treating others isn't always bad, but when done without respect for other people's needs, then those actions can cause resentment, which leads back into treating again when someone tries explaining why they feel this way after being treated badly themselves at some point during. If you want to be successful, you need to do the work and create a plan. The first step to success is doing the work. You may have heard this before, but it's still true. If you want to be successful, then you need to create a plan and take action. Don't let other people decide for you. Conclusion. As we've discussed above, there are many reasons why people fail to reach their goals. Some of them are avoidable, and you can change your approach by making small adjustments in how you think about what you want. For example, if you think that working hard is enough, then try to find creative ways to make your efforts more effective so they last longer and produce better results. This will mean looking at things from different angles or finding new strategies altogether, like networking with other people. The most important thing is not letting yourself get distracted by anything else. Instead, focus on what matters most.